Greetings from all of us here at Grace Evangelistic Ministries. We want to bring you a word of encouragement in a time such as this. I want to take you to a journey. Let's go to the valley where Ezekiel is waiting for us. He says, Ezekiel waiting for us? Yeah. Pretend. I'm going to take you to a journey thousands of years back. And before we take this journey, I want you to go into your closet and gather all the dry bones you can find. Put them on your backpack and let's go. We're going to see the God of Ezekiel, who is also your God. On this journey, I want you to be thinking about the omniscience of God, the omnipotence of God, and above all, think of his love. God loves you, and he cares. Don't let anything rob that truth away from you. God cares. He loves you. And that's what Peter tells us. Cast your anxieties, for he careth for you. And the psalmist echoes, cast your burdens upon the Lord, for he will sustain you. That's a promise God has made to us. Now we have arrived at the valley. On one side, I just want you to take a look. The enormous dry bones on this valley. When I mean bones, I mean dry bones, not a single skin. And this is a valley of hopelessness. All hope gone. But see Ezekiel wandering and going back and forth and looking at those bones. And suddenly there's a voice that came to him from God. And God says to Ezekiel, Son of man, can these bones live? Well, with his knowledge of God's omniscience, his response was apt. You know all things. God knows all things. Not only does he know all things, he is also omnipotent. He can do all things. There is anything that God cannot do. There is not a problem that God cannot solve. Ezekiel knew that. And God responded back to him, Son of man, speak to those dry bones. And he spoke. To his amazement, flesh came upon bones that were already gone. Before he knew it, breath came to them. And they became living beings. From dry bones to flesh to living beings. Now, get your own dry bones out of your backpack. Do you have a hopeless situation? Think of Ezekiel and relate that the same God of Ezekiel is your God. That means there is no situation that is there before him. There is no situation that God cannot handle. God is a God of perfect timing. Just because he has not solved their problem doesn't mean it's too much for him to solve. And the same God who gave flesh to dry bones can give flesh to the dry bones in your backpack. That is to say, whatever problem you have, whatever situation you have, God has a handle. He has a plan for your life. He's not finished with you. And no dry bone can stop his plan. I want you to keep your mind as you are forging along on the pathway of the plan that he has set before you. Have this in mind, that the same God who called you is faithful, and he will not let go of you until the plan he has for you carries a stamp fulfilled in total. Until next time, may God richly bless you, my beloved.